Okay, Rich Van Tassel here. Definitely got to do this video. Don't really want to do anything as of right now. It's late on a Sunday, but it has to be addressed. The Odell Beckham Jr. performance in today's game where they lost to the Carolina Panthers. I'm seeing a lot of people now. There are many people who are being critical of Odell Beckham Jr. and rightfully so, but there are some people I'm seeing who are actually defending this guy's actions today. Um, a lot of it is going back to the quote-unquote body slam at the beginning of the game that Josh Norman supposedly laid on Odell Beckham Jr. Folks, that was not a body slam. There were two guys who were tangled up, and I thought Beckham Jr. took a dive, to be honest with you. A body slam is when you grab someone, you lift them up in the air, and then you throw them to the ground. That's not what happened here. They were tangled up, and Josh Norman did move them, did turn them, and got him to the ground, but I don't think there's any reason that Odell Beckham Jr. should have fallen there. I mean, he was acting like he got shot in the chest with a howitzer gun or something, and it just wasn't that egregious. Now, people are saying, well, Josh Norman's cocky. Yeah, of course he's cocky. You're describing basically 95% of every cornerback who's ever played in the NFL is a cocky son of a gun. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that Josh Norman's cocky, and I'm sure he was probably talking a lot at Odell Beckham Jr. the whole game. If you're going to act like that is a reason to excuse Odell Beckham Jr., then you're just either deluded or you're worse, you're just a deluded Giants fan, either one of the two. But Odell Beckham Jr. was throwing punches this whole game. Now, people act like the worst play that they saw was where he ran up and hit his helmet in the side of Josh Norman's head. Now, that was very bad, don't get me wrong. That was certainly the most dangerous one. But Odell Beckham Jr., the one that truly shows the true character and true colors of this guy, was when there was a play. He caught the ball, went to the ground, and I couldn't tell if it was Josh Norman or just one of the other defensive backs for Carolina were walking by. And he waits till the guy's back is turned. They can't see him. And while Junior is still on the ground, he goes and grabs the guy's ankle and lifts it up. Now, that is about as punk as it gets. People would disagree with me and think it was the ear hole shot. That's very punk, don't get me wrong. But the other one, you could just tell by the way he did it. You could see he was waiting to make sure that the guy wasn't looking. Odell Beckham Jr. is a very talented player. He is having a sensational season. I didn't think I'd come to see the day where I'd say Odell Beckham Jr. is a better wide receiver than Dez Bryant, but he's shown that this year. Either way, though, what was put forth today was possibly the most egregious thing I've seen in any professional sports. Now, people would say there's the Ron Artest situation where he went into the stands. If there's anything that would contend with what I saw from Odell Beckham Jr. today, that would have to be it. And yeah, I would probably put that as the only thing I've ever seen as egregious of what Odell Beckham Jr. did. But that's still even a bit of an apples and orange comparison. I mean, Ron Artest, Meta World Peace, whatever he's calling himself nowadays, was just a crazy guy and got in a situation where he ran into the crowd and started hitting the fans. It's inexcusable. You can't have that. I'm not trying to sit here and act like it was. But Odell Beckham Jr. was just doing things that were very Bush League within the game, and it was ridiculous. And if you're defending Odell Beckham Jr. at all, you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, there was not a body slam that happened. I'm not, acting like Josh Norman is some saint here, but to punish the guy for being cocky and for that little twist up where Odell Beckham Jr. clearly took a dive, okay, and it just wasn't, even if he didn't take a dive, it wasn't a body slam. They were turning around, and at most, Odell Beckham Jr. got tripped up on the guy's foot. A body slam is when you take someone, lift them up in the air, and throw them to the ground, and you see body slams all the time in the NFL. So if you are defending Odell Beckham Jr., you should be ashamed of yourself, and there's really no defense for it. So obviously I had to do that. That's going to be it for me tonight. It is almost 10:15 on Sunday night. Be sure to stay tuned tomorrow. We'll come back with the recap of today's games, as well as yesterday's game as well, and then give you the Monday Night Football preview tomorrow. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.